There's currently an astounding 10 teams in the NFL with records of 3-3 after 6 weeks. Almost 1/3 of teams at 3-3. This video will examine and analyze all 10 teams and rank them from 1 to 10, starting with 10 first. Is there a reason for so many teams being 3-3? Is there just a parody happening in the NFL? Is what Tom Brady said about a whole bunch of bad football happening? I guess we'll find out as the season goes on. Starting at number 10, the Seattle Seahawks. At the beginning of the year, they're considered one of the worst teams coming into the season. Geno Smith has performed better than expected. However, their defense is performing very poor. They have a pretty tough schedule coming up through the rest of the year, and Geno Smith is probably going to cool down the rest of the year. Number 9, the Atlanta Falcons. On the offensive side of the ball, they have a pretty good team, albeit a decent quarterback and a decent O-line. Where they struggle is on the defensive side. Their defense isn't the greatest. Additionally, their coaching isn't comparable to the rest of the teams on this list. Number 8, the New England Patriots. The Patriots, again, have a great defense this year, as they have in the many years of Bill Belichick era, but they are lacking on the offensive side of the ball. Mac Jones has been injured. He should be coming back. Bailey Zappi has played pretty well, but they lack offensive weapons, which is why they're number 8. Number 7, the Miami Dolphins. Depending on when Tua comes back and how well he plays, they could be higher than 7, or they should be higher than 7. Their play on the offensive side of the ball with Tua in is phenomenal. Without him, they struggle. On the defensive side of the ball, it's really tough to watch. Their coaching fits their system, or the players fit their coaching. If they have Tua, they can combat their defensive weakness by having a great offense and having a firepower type offense. Number 6, the Los Angeles Rams. Number 6 and 5 are kind of interchangeable. The Rams haven't played up to par. Part of the reason is because of injuries. Part of the reason is inconsistencies. They have had a tough schedule up to date, but the rest of their schedule is pretty tough as well. If they can get healthy, they should be a scary good team. Number 5, the Green Bay Packers. They dropped off from last year, which was kind of foreseeable with the loss of MVS and Davante Adams, and with a young wide receiver core. However, they've been playing inconsistent from a play calling standpoint, from both the coaching and from the players. They don't play to their strengths, all 3 fronts. They're basically working through their kinks to see who they are, find their identity as a team without Davante Adams and MVS. Because their offense is lacking identity and lacking firepower as they have in the past, putting more pressure on the defense. The defense has played decent, but not up to par as they should with the players they have. But because of the lack of offense and the lack of being able to hold on the ball, it puts pressure on that defense, even the special teams, which has made them look terrible at times on all 3 fronts. They've had a slew of injuries as well that have caught up to them. If they're able to get players back and maybe add a player or 2 on the trade deadline, they should look pretty good. Number 4, the Cincinnati Bengals. The Bengals started the season 0-2 ever since they've been 3-1, leading to the 3-3 ranking. Their offensive line play was really bad at the beginning of the year. Now they look pretty established. Their offense is a firepower unit. Their defense plays well as their head coach is so-and-so, but with Joey B and the offensive team of 3 deep wide receivers, mixed in at running back, and a fairly easy schedule for the rest of the year, they should be able to play well going into the rest of the year. Number 3, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. An aging Tom Brady leads the Bucs to a 3-3 record this year. Part of it may be on him as he's declining with age. Part of it is with a new head coach, different system, different play calls, along with the fact that there's been injury prone on both the offensive and defensive side. Their defense is one of the best in the league. Their offense can be one of the best in the league. They have a great core on both sides. Once they get healthy, they should be able to play pretty well, especially with a weak division and an easier strength of schedule for the rest of the year. Number 2, the Baltimore Ravens. The Baltimore Ravens probably should be 5-1 or 4-2 at this point. The 3 games that they've lost to the Dolphins by 4 points, and a game that they should have won. They were leading pretty big. The Bills by 3 points, and the Giants by 4 points. Losing close games usually means you are competitive throughout the game, which means you just need to tweak 1 or 2 minor adjustments to be able to win said game. They haven't had really any bad quarters this year, but they have had a slew of injuries that have hampered their record. They should be able to make the playoffs with the remaining schedule, and with Lamar at the helm, looking for a huge contract extension, potentially expect them to play well from an offensive standpoint, and on a defensive standpoint, they've been playing subpar. So expect that to start swinging the other way and for them to start playing better. Number 1, the San Francisco 49ers. San Fran might have one of the most complete teams on this list. They have an elite defensive core, defensive unit. Their offense has been primed for the last 3-4 years. With the addition of Christian McCaffrey just the other day, it adds a feature to their game that most defenses won't be able to counter. The remaining schedule is probably tougher than a lot of the other teams on this list. However, they're probably one of the better teams in the NFC and in the league at this time, with a great coaching staff, with an established team, with veteran players, again with the addition of Christian McCaffrey, and with a weaker NFC West. They are the number 1 ranked 3-3 team at this time. Why do you think there's so many 3-3 ranked teams? Almost a third of NFL teams are 3-3. Is it just parity happening in the league? Is it a lot of bad football, as Tom Brady stated? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching.